guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? NCAP24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to get wheel routes as hot routes that don't show up in your hot route menu. Now, this is a really powerful tip that I kind of held onto, but I wanted to kind of teach it because it's something that I'm going to be releasing different uses in my game plans in the future. I'm just going to show you basically how to do it and maybe show you one use for it. When it comes to this video, this is more of a teach you how rather than to teach you, the best uses of this, okay? Now, what it is you're going to be able to hot route to a wheel in specific situations, okay? So if you look at my team right now, I've got Trey Y Flex. It's an easy formation to show this in, and I'm going to kind of teach you the ins and outs. Now, when you flip a play, you can go ahead and hot route any of these players in this formation to a streak. And depending on when you do it, will depend on which direction the wheel will go, how wide the wheel will be, okay? So let's take an example real quick. We're going to look at Diggs, okay? I'm going to flip the play. I'm going to hot route Diggs, and what you're going to see is he's going to be on a little bit of a tinier wheel to the outside, okay? I'm going to do the same thing here with Beasley, and you're going to see here that he's going to have a wider to the outside. And I'm going to do this to Sanders. All I'm doing is flipping the play, okay? And now I'm going to make Sanders go to the inside, okay? Now, all these things were predictive, right? I know exactly what I'm doing to make this work, and I'm about to teach you how to do this, okay? Now, the first thing you need to know is that as soon as you flip it, you're going to want to pull up the player that you want to hot route. So with Diggs, what I'm going to do is as soon as I flip it, I'm going to pull his icon up. Now, depending on when I put him on a streak is depending on when and what he does, okay? So if you look at the O-line, you have to do it behind the O-line. So if I put Diggs on a streak behind the left tackle, the left guard, or to the left side of the ball, I'm going to have the wheel go to the inside or to the left, right? If I put the streak on Diggs when he passes the center, right? On the right leg of the center, he's going to have a wheel that goes to the right. And if I do it to where I do it all the way to the right tackle, it's going to go to the right. Now, depending on where I do it, depends on how wide the wheel is. So I'm going to do it here where I do it as soon as he passes the center, and he's going to have the widest wheel possible. So watch this. I'm going to flip the play, and I'm going to put him on a streak as he passes the center and see how wide that wheel is, okay? Now, I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to reset it so you can see it. I'm going to do the same thing with Diggs, but I'm going to wait until he gets basically to the right side of the right tackle, like right on his right leg, right? I'm going to flip it. And what you're going to see here is that the wheel is actually a thinner wheel, right? So depending on the situations, depending on what you want to do, the uses I'm going to go and talk about in game plans in the future. I know a ton of uses that I can use this already with. I just want to make sure that you see how this works. Now, you can do this with a tight end only if the tight end is flexed out. So in bunch, even though he's off the line, he's not flexed out, so you can't do it. You can't do it in trips tight end. But in a Trey Y flex, you can. So if I go ahead and flip this, and I want to put the tight end basically on a wheel, you can see I have a wheel route, right? Now, if I want the wheel to go to the inside, I just flip this and I put him on a streak before he gets to the tight end. Now I've got a wheel that goes to the inside, right? So this can work with a running back. So now I can get the wheel to go the opposite way I wanted because I did it before he got to the center. So basically learning this trick is going to give you an opportunity just to set up different routes. Now, what are my favorite applications? Like I said, I'm going to teach that in my game plans. I'll teach you one. That's simply just beating 30-yard flats over the top when it comes to Tampa 2. So say I know that Diggs is going to be my outside receiver. I'm going to want him to get wide, right? So I'm going to flip it. I'm going to hike it and put the streak as he passes the center. And now I'm just going to do this basically to where I'm going to make sure that I keep the safety in the middle of the field. I'm going to use that wheel, just get to the outside, and you're going to see how the wheel is just basically just going to get to the outside. And because it's delayed, this is the difference between why this is better than a streak. It's because it's a delayed route. What I mean by that is this route here goes to the outside, and he's allowing number one. Number one's the guy I put on the streak to drive back that safety to its furthest position. So because I was able to get him to delay, he's now going to be able to be behind that player roughly what? At this point, 12 yards. And because of that, we're going to basically put that safety further down the field and allow this ball, that he can't recover because he's, that much deeper. He's got to stay with the deepest man, and we're able to throw this in, right? That's where one of the best uses is going to be for it. Like I said, there are definitely other uses that I'm going to show in game plans, but I want to make sure that this was more about to teach you how to get some of these out there, right? Now, something else that you need to know is that once you've done this, you can't go ahead and motion or it takes it out. So this time I'm going to do this to Beasley to the inside, okay? See how Beasley goes to the inside? If I wanted to go and say, hey, I want Beasley to be a wheel to the outside, I want to motion him over, right? If I motion him over, did I do that wrong? Yeah, I basically moved this guy over. I don't know what I just did. All right, so let me see if I can just move Beasley over here. Yeah, so if I move Beasley over, see how it goes back to a streak? Even though it looks like it's not going to be, it's going to end up as a streak. So once you've done this, you can't go ahead and do motion, right? Now, something you could do, I'm going to show you basically different formations and how this works. So with spread, what you're going to see is that spread does not work because when you flip it, the only person that switches is the running back. See how they don't switch sides? It's just the running back that does. So yes, I can put the running back on one, it goes to the opposite side, but that's the only player, right? Now let's go to something like bunch. Let's see, I'm only got 4 receivers here. Now bunch is something that only 2 people move. The tight end and one other receiver, right? And so bunch is going to be one that you're going to say, well, how good is it, right? It can work. Beasley's going to be the one that moves, right? So we're going to flip this. We're going to put Beasley on a wheel. And you can see how I got a wheel from that bunch player, but he's the only one that can actually be done because the X comes from the left side, the B stays on the right, and you can see here that we can get one player to be able to use it. And unfortunately, we just got sacked, but you can see that there is a wheel potential in bunch, right? Now, you could not do that with the tight end, like I said, because he's attached to the line as far as there's no flex out position. So that's really what you're looking for when you're looking for formations. Now, can you do something where you're in bunch, right? And you want to audible to trips, right? So here it is. I'm going to go to trips tight end, and I'm going to do it. And you're going to see that I can do this still. See how I did the X on that? Because they cross the offensive line, you now have the ability to use this trick, use your trips tight end beater, and you've got yourself a really nice play. So again, like I was saying, this is a really good application for cover 2. I'll teach more applications in my game plans as I release them. But for the most part, I wanted to teach you this trick for those that may want to have some, secret hot routes, some different wheels to put on the field to really, just expand their ability to, get some spacing out there. And anytime there's something that's hidden in the game, I'd like to show you guys so that way you can kind of use it for your own benefits. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for taking this video. Comment below, what you feel is the best use for this, or if you feel like that you knew this before or this is new to you. Love to hear your comments on that, and we'll catch you on the next video, guys. Appreciate it.